174 awaits us right now. Matt Singleton, 20th in the country, and Josh Ogunsanya, the transfer from Columbia, a law student as well as an ACC wrestler.
Yeah, he's got a lot on his plate. I've talked to him. He's mentioned that law school is definitely giving him a challenge, but he's been wrestling super good this year, kind of taking a page out of Keyshawn Clark's book, who wrestled and was in the law school a couple years ago for the Tar Heels.
Strong start for Ogunsanya.
Ogunsanya is going to want to take his time here and really secure this takedown. You don't want to lose it when you're in on the leg. But you don't want to take too long to wear out your arms in the first 30 seconds of the match here.
Singleton keeping his balance.
Singleton showing great defense here. Ogunsanya looks like he's not close enough to Singleton's far leg on the ground for a trip. Struggling to get through the defense of Singleton. And now Ogunsanya elevates that leg. He gets it on the shoulder. This is tough for Singleton. But Ogunsanya needs to work and bounce. And he puts it back down on the mat. That's a tough one for Ogunsanya. They're in on the leg for about a minute with no takedown. That's a win for Singleton.
On the year, Singleton 12-6. Coming off a decision loss to Luca Augustine, 17th ranked wrestler. Look at the Intermat rankings. That's the two that separates Singleton and Ogunsanya.
Yeah, we expect a very tight match in this bout tonight. Ogunsanya with a little drop double. Doesn't amount to anything. Singleton's in on that front headlock. Tried a little throw by attempt, but Ogunsanya is a very strong wrestler with good defense. You've seen shot attempts by both guys now. Singleton's more working off the underhooks, and Ogunsanya's working off posts and more outside shots. Half attempt by Singleton. Kind of deadlocked in the center of the mat right now for both these wrestlers. Nobody's giving up any ground. Singleton with a couple fakes to get Ogunsanya off balance.
Right now, the failure to capitalize off that leg control is the story of the first period for Ogunsanya. We'll start on bottom for the second.
Another 5 ranked wrestlers in the ACC is kind of the story at every single weight, with Lorenzo Norman ranked number 4 for Stanford.
Lennox Wolak was Ogunsanya's teammate at Columbia. Ogunsanya got the better of him when these two faced off a couple weeks ago.
Ogunsanya doing a good job of sealing off. And Singleton's going to push him to the edge and get a stall call. NC State upset about that one. Almost tried to push, looked like he tried to push him off the mat instead of trying to return him. And the ref's going to deem that stalling. That could be big if this one comes down to the very end of the match. Good job of sealing off by Ogunsanya. I wouldn't be surprised if the pace picks up here in the second.
Saw Singleton start to bob and weave with those fakes at the end of the first.
Yeah, both wrestlers kind of seem to find what is working for them. For Ogunsanya, it's that left single. For Singleton, it's that left underhook. Both going at it again. Singleton finds himself in the underhook. And when Ogunsanya clears out of that underhook, there's a brief moment for an opportunity there, but Singleton didn't fire. Some more fakes by Singleton. Getting Ogunsanya off balance. And Ogunsanya drops himself into a single leg. This is close to potentially dangerous, but Ogunsanya is deep on the leg. He's got to be careful here finishing. But he's got to do it quick. He's got 15 seconds. Singleton's trying to keep heavy on that whizzer. And that looks like 3. He collected the far leg.
There it is.
Both legs. Both ankles wrapped on his knees. That's 3. With 1 second left, that's going to be huge. Almost no time for Singleton to get an escape.
Needed 2 more seconds of scrambling. Matt Papalizio wants to take another look. But Rick is out.
I don't disagree with this challenge, Rick. This is a big call late in the period of a crucial match.
Coach Papalizio in his 13th year leading the Wolfpack.
Ogunsanya's in on the single. He collects the far leg and drops Singleton to his hip for that brief second. With both legs collected, while he's on both knees, that should be 3. And he does fall to his butt there for a brief moment. I don't see this getting reversed, but you never know. I'm not 100%. I don't bat 100%, I'd rather say.
You only have to bat around 300 to make the Hall of Fame.
Oh, if this is baseball, I'm doing good.
Initial call was a 3-point takedown for Ogunsanya. Singleton only needed to scramble for about 2 more seconds.
Yeah, and those end of the period situations are so big because you don't get the chance to get that escape point. I think that's why you see a challenge break thrown in the situation. Even if you don't necessarily fully believe you're going to get the challenge reversed, in a situation like this, it's worth an attempt.
One more look.
Yeah, this one's super close. As Ogunsanya collects that far leg and sits him to his butt, I think that should be 3, but it was only for a brief second, and we saw a reaction time takedown reverse earlier tonight.
That earlier takedown was reversed without a challenge brick thrown. It happened right in front.
Both these wrestlers, both these wrestlers going to be looking fresh here going into the 3rd period with this kind of a break at the end of the 2nd. They're definitely taking their time on this look.
North Carolina State Challenge. This is certainly plenty of deliberation.
After my first glance, I think I needed a few looks at this one too. It seems like a very close call. It's a very crucial call as well. Definitely one that you want to get right.
Seems like every match we've had this far has come down to slivers.
Take one more look at this takedown. Ogunsanya's in on a single leg, and he collects the far leg.
It's that moment right there.
Yeah, once he gets hit to his butt, that should be called takedown, but it's just for a brief second. And you wonder what the ref's interpretation of that is. Usually if you have both ankles collected when he's on both knees, that's also grounds for a takedown, but Singleton's right leg in that scramble was up. So some interesting points that they're looking at there.
They're running the wave through about half the crowd, and the North Carolina State fans don't seem all too interested.
I think it's because it's coming over from the UNC fans. I don't think they're trying to play together.
The takedown stands.
I am batting 100 today.
After a hefty replay review, 1 second left. And Ogunsanya through 2 periods with a 4-0 lead. Singleton right back to bottom to start the third.
And like we mentioned, both these wrestlers are going to be fresh now. They got a good 2-minute break at the end of the second there for that review. We'll see who that favors here in the third period. Singleton with a very quick and strong looking escape. It's right in Ogunsanya's face.
He'll need to take a couple shots here.
You think he looks like he feels the urgency and he's starting early, because that's what you want to see. You don't want him to see. You don't want him to wait for that final 30 seconds. He's in on the shot. He's in on the shot. And with the trip, he gets a takedown to tie it up. However, this is going to be a tough ride. Singleton finds himself in on that high crotch attempt. Beautiful trip as he trips Ogunsanya to his butt. And with 1:30 left in the match, Singleton's going to let Ogunsanya back up to his feet and go for one more takedown. Sometimes holding on to a lead can put a wrestler in a bad position, and sometimes their defense, they get a little bit too antsy and they let people in on their legs. Maybe that's what Singleton felt there. And he thinks he can go get another takedown to finish this match, rather than 1:30 ride out. Singleton with his butt in the center of the mat. He's been the aggressor here in the third period, putting a lot of forward pressure on Ogunsanya as he tries to circle and bounce. With not much luck there. Singleton finds himself in a double under position, trying to lift Ogunsanya up.
Both wrestlers looking for their 4th ranked win this year.
And this is coming down to the wire. 25 seconds left. Stall call on Ogunsanya. One more would tie this match up. He's got to be careful here on the edge. Maybe even take a shot attempt. 13 seconds. Stall call would tie it. And a single leg attempt for Ogunsanya. This is good for UNC. He's just going to wait it out.
Ogunsanya holding on. And heading home with a win.
What a savvy finish by Ogunsanya.
5-4 victory. Decision at 174 to UNC. Team score now 13-6 in favor of Carolina. 184 is up next. And as we promised, plenty of ranked matchups. We're expecting another one